Hello everyone, I'm here with the PFAFF. It's called a Creative 2170. The lady said she couldn't get the feed dogs to work, and it was pretty kind of gnarly at the bottom. Had a bunch of like thread. Here, I'll show you the insides. Had a bunch of like, I don't know if you guys can see the thread. It's kind of hard to see with the, here, I use this background. You can see the thread and cotton, little dust bunny type little cottony things in there. But I don't know, after I got it all cleaned out, it seemed like it's working fine. I'm still not used to this screen. It's hard to see. I mean, in this camera, you can see it perfectly, but when I look at it with my glasses, I barely can see through it. So maybe I should use the camera to look at it. But anyway, I put it on basic straight stitch because she didn't give me anything else. Let me go over some of the machine here. That can do all kinds of really cool stitches. This one can do. It shows you a little chart here. Has more than this in the machine. Let's see, it has the Bobbin Rewinder here, which works fine. I don't know, I haven't really played with it. I just knew that I read the book, and and I cleaned out the dust in here, and I didn't see really much of anything. I put a wooden spool in because it has a cotton thread, and this one's a very hard one to thread. I'm going to show you the picture on how to thread it, because it's very hard, and it took me a while to figure it out. But I wanted you guys to see it this way. And this way, if you see my finger going up and down, you don't get confused, but this is how you thread it. Anyway, but you thread it from up here. Oh, so I can get it up here. And you come this direction, and somehow you hook it into this little lever here up in this area here. Then it gets hooked up around this guy. Let's see. It comes down this way. Then back up this way. The uptake is right in here. That's why you have to circle around the uptake. Right here's the uptake. And you circle around it, make sure you're hooked into that uptake. Come back down this way into a little teeny weeny hookup right there and into the needle. Okay. This one's a bottom feed, so it hooks from the bottom and everything. But I'll show you how to do that. But it's complicated, and if you have this machine turned on and you open the bottom, it does make all kinds of racket, so we're not going to mess with that. I see she has a cutting tool. I'm not sure what this one is, or this one, but this one means the needle goes down. This is the needle to reverse it, but I'm not planning on reversing it, because sometimes it reverses on its own sometimes, especially if you push it in there, so everything is, I don't know. I kind of like still fidgety about this one. I'm not really sure about it. Then to use the Bobbin Rewinder, you would have to put your thread on the spool, and you want to get this guy that goes this way. This one, see, it has a different hookup. When you're going to sew, okay, if I can get it to focus. When you're going to sew, it goes around the top. When you're going to do the bobbin, it goes around the bottom. There's a bottom section underneath this little tippy thing. And then after that, you put it through here, and then around that way, comes back this way, and it goes into the thread, and then you push this over, and it hits it there, and then it rewinds. I'm not going to push anything because it's all done like remote control-y. And I already pushed the push on button, and I guess that she can put things in it like this little like slot here for more, things that it can do. It has all kinds of cool attachments. Let's see if we can get this guy open. Sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. Okay. And she didn't give me all the attachments. She said she had more at home, but I said it's okay. I checked it all out, and everything looks like it's right. Everything's right. So anyway, and I had it sewing earlier, just so you can see it. Had it sewing earlier. I at first couldn't get it to motivate, so it kind of stuck itself. So it took me a while to readjust this little thing. I'm not sure too much about how to readjust that, but I kept messing with it until I understood, to get the feed dogs to pronounce itself. Anyway, let's see how this one sounds now since I've cleaned it. And I put a little oil in it in different little places. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Well, you can see it's feeding. She said she couldn't get it to feed at all, but I think it was because there was so much thread stuck down in there. It could barely feed itself. And I think I have it on wide. I'm not sure where I have it on. I might have to adjust it. We'll see. Okay, now we lift this little guy up and we turn it around. Yeah, we kind of got it on a really small scale, I think. Because I had it on the larger scale. I wonder if I can move this over and make it into a, larger scale. Let's see if I can slide that up this way. Oh, I don't know if they'll let me do that. Maybe we'll just go like that. And drop this back down. And I think you got to go over here somewhere. If I can remember how to do it now. Straight stitch. Yeah, it's on 2.5. I don't know. Can you see that 2.5? So we're going to try to make that go a little bigger. I think it's like a 4, 4, 5 would be a good one. And you can see the stitches get wider. There you go. I'm just going to ride it this way. So you can see the stitches getting wider. Alright, now we're going to pick this up and we'll turn it around. Yeah, stitches will get a lot wider. See how wider it's getting? I don't know if you can see that. I got like a beige on white, so. And over here you can see the gray on white. Yeah, it's stitching properly. So she'll be able to pick up her machine Monday. I think she said she's going to pick it up. A lot of people are coming Monday. I get a lot of machines done sometimes on the weekend, especially with this storm that we had, and man, I can't get that to sit up. Let me see if we could just go like that and see if I can get it to lay down. Where's that little hook up there? Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. So let's go ahead and just get this thread tightened back up again. There we go. This machine, you can put the foot the needle down. Normally I tell everybody to do that. I wonder if I can do that. See if this, try this button. I don't usually push that many buttons. Let's see what this one does. No, it doesn't do what I thought it does. It doesn't put the thing down. So I don't really know how to put that down. I read some of the book. It has a lot of interesting stuff in the book. Let me see if I can, it can do lettering, really big lettering. I know these ones kind of go for quite a bit of money. Here's how you set up your thread to go in here to this little hook, into the round this way, back this way to your bobbin, and then you push this forward for the bobbin. So it does show you, see how it says push it forward for the bobbin. So it's not that hard. I mean, it shows another way of doing it. If you want to use thread up here, and it comes around and does the same thing. But I mean, it's just the basics, and I just read the basics. I didn't read on how to do all the stitching because I don't have the right presser foot. Well, I do have right presser foots, but this one's only for single plate, and she didn't give me a wide plate, so I couldn't really do too much. But it's a really nice sewing machine. I don't know if I'd ever want to own one, but it's different and a little bit more complicated than I expected. But I didn't know how to get to be able to work on these because of the star was a star tool it takes to open them. And I don't want to mess with the computer itself because I'm only a mechanic. I stay away from this area. I can only kind of go up in this area, up on top, all the way across this area, down into this area. I won't go any further than this, but I go into here, and I can go down in here, and I clean it all out. And I can put oil in certain spots because I know if there's a sensor or a wire attached to it, don't put oil there because I've learned that from brother. They tell you not to do that. They prefer you not to do that. They say that just put it in the designated areas. And this one here had a little manual piece in the back that tells you how to clean it. They just teach you how to basically clean it. I know how to go to the next step to clean it. I had a customer that gave me, not this customer, but a different customer. I told her I couldn't open it. I couldn't do anything because I don't have the right tools. And she says, what's it take? I told her it takes a star tool. And next thing I know it, for Christmas, she said, Merry Christmas, and sends me a star tool. And I'm thinking, wow, I didn't know they really existed. And she found one and she sent it to me. And I basically opened a couple areas I know I can open and other places I won't touch. Because as a mechanic, I know how mechanically it works. But the computer part of it, I don't really work with because I'm not a tech. So I try to stay away from that. If it's an issue with the computer, then I tell people, then you need to take it to a tech. Don't bring it to me. I can't help you. I really don't know what I'm doing. Unless it's a brother, they teach me some of the codes and what they mean and what I need to be looking for. And I usually get them figured out. And I don't really have any problems with them. And unless the computer goes completely wipe out, then the screen will go wipe out. Excuse me. I have a really dry throat and it always gets dry. That's why I bring my tea. I drink a lot of green tea. I just love it. But I have to drink it to make it feel better. Okay, that's better. Now I can talk. But overall, I mean, it's a nice machine. It has a lot more push buttons. It's almost like my embroidery sewing machine in the other room. It has a really big screen like this, and it took me a while to figure out all the little buttons. But if you read the books, I mean, they always come with your manual. And when you read those books, they do help you a lot and help you to run the machine better. But this one is running and it's working perfectly, I think. I mean, all I know is I can just do straight stitch. I prefer when people bring me all the plates and everything, and I can run a few of the stitches through to make sure it's sewing correctly. Because straight stitch doesn't always say it's, running straight or correctly. I always try to do a zigzag. If I see the zigzag dropping, I know something else needs to be adjusted. But I figured since it's a computerized, well and down that kind of computer, maybe it can reset itself, because I noticed that there's no tension. I mean, the tension is all in here. This is the area where you control the tension, and how it adjusts itself here, I don't know how. All I know is the computer itself does that. So when I saw how tight the stitching was, but I wanted it bigger, I knew exactly. It shows you right on the screen. I don't know if you can see that. If you see this, oh, come on. See that little line? See that little line right there? That tells you that's the one we're working with. We're not really working with this one. And it says here it recommends, certain type material to run it on a 5, which I didn't really run it. I run it on a 4 point, because it's just a basic cotton. If you were using knits and stuff, you probably would want to do this stitching. But I did this one. So, but it does come up with a code when you turn it on saying something's not hooked up or something. I don't know. Maybe it's another attachment she has to put on it. I don't know. I didn't read all that. I didn't go into that. But other than that, this lady said she'll be picking it up on Monday, which is great because I think I have sewing machines being dropped off on Tuesday. I'm trying to get as many sewing machines done as I can so I can, it's really been crazy. I get 4 sewing machines done a week, okay? Last week I got 4 done. I had 4 more come in. And then, this is so funny. And then I'm on my 4th one. This is my 4th one from last week, okay? I've already got 4 more that I have to do next. And then I have more coming this week. So I bet you money as soon as I get the next 4 done for the next week, because usually it's been running me about a week before people get their sewing machines back. But most of the time, if I don't have any sewing machines, then I have like maybe 1 or 2 sewing machines come in that week. They're done that week. But when you have 4 of them and you're trying to get them all done, so it's kind of funny how this is the 4th run from last week. So this is the 4th one. I get it done for this week. So, and then this coming week it's coming, I already have 4 more. It's like, oh, wow, how's that work? I don't know. It's because I did a little advertisement on my Facebook that, if you want to get your sewing machine up to par and, get your 2-hour deep cleaning in, it's the best time to do it right now, because after Christmas, I'll get bombarded so bad because everybody's machines are breaking down. Wouldn't you want a machine not breaking down before Christmas and have it running perfectly so you can get your Christmas gifts all done and everything will be running great? That's what I tell everybody, and that's what I wrote. And next thing I knew it, I have people, commenting there, and they said, I'm bringing my sewing machines in. And then I had another lady said, I bought one, another one just like the one I have. I wonder if you can, I get it wired, can you get it cleaned up for me? And I said, yeah, I can get it done, and got it done. She got it back. So, I'm just working fast as I can on sewing machines and getting these things done. And, So I know I have people that call me all the time. How is it going? Have you got to mine yet? And I sometimes I just ignore them because I'm trying to get them to go through. And I do my best when I can, okay? And when people constantly calling me, I mean, I have like, I think 3 ladies this past week that kept calling me and texting me. And I'm like, if I kept answering them, I would never get the sewing machines done. So basically what I do is I just don't answer them until I tell them that their machine's up on the table. And then they usually go, oh, thank you very much. Okay, I just want to know where you're at. And when I get to the sewing machine and I'm done with it, then I let them know and then tell them that it was just a thread and, you know, dust issue that we took care of it and everything's running great on it. Now I just have to wipe the whole machine down and get it put back into its little case and set it over there for her to pick it up. Anyway, so have a blessed day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I have more sewing machines coming, and I just did I rearranged my entire garden around, well, just the critters that live in it. They're kind of been changed and things got moved around a little bit because of this, well, I guess it's a tropical storm because we live so far in, by the North Carolina mountains that they consider it a tropical storm when it gets about here. But if you're on the East Coast, I guess that's what they call a tropical. No, that's not a tropical storm. That's more of a hurricane. I guess a hurricane is on the ocean. The inland is called a tropical storm because my girlfriend keeps correcting me. She goes, "No, Jacqueline, we don't have a hurricane. We have a tropical storm." I'm like, "All right, whatever." One person says one thing, and I guess that's what it's called. I don't know. I don't keep track. All I just know is I had to button down the hatches in that garden, get everybody safe. I moved a bunch of chickens around because some chickens didn't like some chickens, and some chickens loved every chicken. And oh, it was just a chicken thing. I just had to get it taken care of. Got it all switched around, winterized. Almost all the chickens are all completely winterized. The duck is mostly winterized. I still have a few more things to do with her, but I have to fix the back wall before I can winterize it all the way, which I'm probably going to be doing pretty soon. So anyway, I'm just rambling. It's time for me to go, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay? Bye-bye.